All right, good evening and welcome to today's edition of Mishna Yomi. We are learning Maseches Terumos, Perek Gimel, Mishna Vav, and Mishna Zayin tonight. Let's start from Mishna Vav. It says, "Amaktim Truma lebikurim." Right, there's an order when you have a pile of grain or a pile of fruits or vegetables, you're taking off trumas and maestros. So there's a specific order you're supposed to take it off in. And now we're learning before truma gedola, there's even something to take off before that, and that's bikurim. Bikurim apply to the shivas aminim in Eretz, only in Eretz Yisrael. The mitzvah of bikurim, the shivas aminim. You know, chita, sora, gefen, tina, etc. What it says in the pasuk. The first of those fruits you have to give to the kohen. Makdim truma lebikurim. So bikurim comes first. So if you go and you take off truma gedola, and then you take off bikurim afterwards, ma'aser rishon the truma, or you took off bikurim, and then after bikurim you take off ma'aser rishon before taking off truma, ma'aser sheni l'rishon, or you put ma'aser sheni, which is supposed to be ma'aser sheni is in the third and sixth year. Ma'aser ani would be in the first, second, and fourth and fifth year of the Shemitah cycle. You took it off before you took off Ma'aser Rishon. Ma'aser Sheni is supposed to be after Ma'aser Rishon. Al Pishu over below Sasa, even though he violated by going out of order, he violated a lo Sasa, Masha Asa Asoi. Pasuk tells you that nonetheless, even if you go out of order, it's valid what you did. The Truma you took off before the Bikurim, or the Ma'aser you took off before the Truma, etc. It's valid. Shnemra Malayascha v'dimascha los acher. It says Malayascha v'dimascha. Malaya, it refers to Bikurim because Bikurim is ripening, so Malaya is a lashon of ripening. Dimascha is a lashon of mixture, and that's truma. Truma, Chazal call it when it's in a mixture of less than 1 to 100. It's called dimua. It's called a mixture. That's referring to truma. Lo sa'achar, you shouldn't delay it. So by saying you shouldn't delay it, it's only l'chadchila you shouldn't delay it. But the evid, it sounds if you did delay it, you went out of order, it would be effective. Mishna Zayin. This is kind of a funny Mishnah. It says, how do you know Bikurim comes before Truma? I mean, you could have said from the pasuk before, it says, Meleyaska v'demaska. Meleya is Bikurim, Demaska is Truma. It sounds like it's in order, but this Mishnah will have to explain the necessity of both Mishnayos and a Mishnah. How do you know Bikurim comes before Truma? Zakari Truma Reishas. Zakari Truma Reishas. Both, the Torah refers to both Truma Gedola and Bikurim in separate places. It refers to as a Truma, which is donation, and it refers to as rachis, right? By Truma it says rachis the gancha, it says mishmeres trumasi, and by bikurim it says trumas yadcha, which the Gemara says refers to bikurim, and also rachis bikuri ad mascha, it says in Shmos Chav Gimel. So they're both called. So why is one before the other? El yiknu bikurim shein bikurim lakol. So the way I would understand this, bikurim lakol is part of the name of bikurim is the first ripening fruit, right? When it's first ripened, bikurim, first ripening fruit. So in the name itself tells you that it's the first thing you take off. Well, Truma l'rishon. Why does Truma Gedola come for Ma'aser Rishon? She rachis, because Truma says rachis. Rachis the gancha, tirosh chavitorecha. By Ma'aser Rishon doesn't say rachis. So rachis means number one. Ma'aser Rishon, the sheni sheish bo rachis. Why do you know Ma'aser Rishon? You take off Ma'aser Sheni before Ma'aser Sheni, because Ma'aser Rishon, even though it says rachis, it has Trumas Ma'aser. You're supposed to take off Trumas Ma'aser Levi. Once he gets Ma'aser Rishon, you're supposed to take off 1/10 of that Trumas Ma'aser and give that to a Levi. And that Truma we know. Trumas Ma'aser is a type of Truma. So Truma Gdola is called Rachis. Trumas Ma'aser also by appellation would be called Rachis also. So therefore Ma'aser Rishon comes from Ma'aser Sheni. The necessity of both of the Mishnayos we'll talk about in Mishna coming up next.